Hey y'all, welcome back. This is Michelle from Michelle's Empty Nest, and today we're going to do 2022 Project Live Week 20 in my 9x12 album, and I have my photos already selected and edited. I didn't have many photos this week. I think I ended up with 4. I didn't have anything that really worked in a 4x6 size, so I've actually pulled in an extra, just the quote card to use this week. These 2 cards, as well as, let me see, this one came from the May 2022 Stories by the Month kit. So that's the current one. And then I did pull, I needed something to back a photo with. So I did pull this one that says So Lucky. And that would have been, I think, probably from the March 2022 kit. So I pulled that one to use with a smaller photo. And then also from another kit, March 2020, was a set of little tiny word phrase stickers that I'm thinking can work out okay. The colors aren't exact, but I think they're going to work out fine for what I need. And then I've also pulled 2 different sheets of hearts from Allie Edwards. I don't have a clue what these were from. I did not mark them in any way, but I think between the 2, I'm kind of leaning more towards these, the matte cardstock ones. These are a shiny puffy sticker. And I think this is going to be closer to the color that I need because I'd like to bring in a little of this peach color, kind of a peachy tan as well. So that's what I have to work with this week. And I'm going to go ahead and get you put on fast forward, get this one put together. So let's do it. Okay, I am going to pull over my week 19 spread and go ahead and get everything laid out like I want it. And I was just trying to spread out the color photos and the black and white photos. And I did those 2 in black and white with the cats because I had on the same shirt. They were from the same day, and it's a red shirt with a lot of yellow and like the bleach distressing on it. And they stood out like a sore thumb with the rest of the layout. So I just changed them to black and white and just tried to spread them around a little bit. I thought that looked much better than having on that bright red shirt. So I've got everything where I want it, and I'm going ahead and turning my attention to getting these tiny word phrase stickers on there. And I decided to use the same peachy colored heart with each one of them because I didn't really have much of that peachy tan color that's in that number 3 block up there. It matched in with my sofa, which is just a beige color, and a little bit with the shiplap that's on the walls in the picture below it, but I didn't have any embellishments or anything like that, or another card that had that color in it. So I just felt like using those hearts was a good way to tie that in. And I just trimmed that one down. It was a little bit too big. So on the top photo it says this. On the photo with Olin's aunt and her dog, it says happiness. And then I put under the So Lucky on that card from March, I put together. And then the card with Ellie sitting there looking up at the tote says love you. And then I did put just a heart down on that quote card as well. And then I'm going to do my journaling. And I'm using a Writech. It's WRITECH pen. I got them on Amazon. I'll try to link them below. They are liquid fine liners, waterproof pigment ink, and this one is in an 04. I think the set starts at 01. It goes up to a 20. And then there's also a brush pen that comes with it as well. So a lot of versatility. I love the way that they write. I like the thickness of this 04 one. And so I just decided I didn't have a lot of words to try to fit into these smaller spaces. So I figured I could use a wider tip pen than what I often do. I use a point 038, I think it is, with from the Pilot G2 pen, and it's a very, very fine point. So I use that if I have more to write. And it's not often that I do hand journaling. I often do type journaling, but I just decided to keep this one simple and just go ahead and write everything out. And so that's about it for the week. I do off camera, I think, add the date stamp. I think I forget while I'm on camera, but I will finish up this bit of journaling, and that will do me for today. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll be back here to talk to you soon. Okay, I'm going to call it good right here. Another fairly simple, straightforward spread. To me, that's how I prefer my project life to be. I want it to be something that is easy, not complicated, fairly quick. I spend my time choosing my photos, editing them, getting them printed and trimmed. So that's where the bulk of my time is spent on a layout typically. Once I get to my table, I can just pull over my tray of supplies that has that Stories by the Month kit in it. 95% of the time, that's where all of my materials are coming from, either that kit or a previous one. Like I pulled in some of these pieces today. Occasionally I pull from another company, but typically I'm going to try to use up those Stories by the Month kits as much as I possibly can. And that way I don't have to put those date specific things back into my stash to wait until the following year to use them. So let me go ahead and read the journaling real quickly. It's not very long, so I think we can manage that. For the first one that's up here, Margot loves to sit behind me while I work at my computer desk. She is so funny and quirky sometimes. Then for this one, we skip here, and I think when you read the journaling, you'll be able to tell what's what. Stella is the best snuggle buddy. Her favorite place to curl up is right around my neck. She will purr for hours while she snuggles. And then Ellie was sure there was something for her in this tote full of grilling tools and supplies. She sat there for a long time and begged her heart out. I even put it down and let her sniff around it. And I think she probably just smelled the food where it had been outside where we grilled the night before. And she was determined there was something in there for her, a treat or some food or something. It was sweet, but it was also kind of sad because there was nothing in there for her. And then for this photo, I used the This Happened May stuff. Again, if it says May on it, whatever month I'm in, if it says that month on it, I'm going to do my best to use it up. So Aunt Pat and Kinsel came to visit us over the weekend and spent Saturday night with us. Aunt Pat is still so full of life at 80, and Kinsel is a total mess. He and Ellie got along so well. The cats, not so much. They hid the whole time he was here. He had never really been around cats. The Kinsel, my aunt's little dog, he's some kind of terrier mix, and the cats were just terrified. He terriered them to death. So that's what I have for this week's spread, and I thank you so much for stopping by today. It means more to me than you will ever know. If you have any questions about anything I've used or any whatever comments you want to leave down below, please make sure to do that. We can have some dialogue back and forth. There's always lots of links in the description box below where you can check out my most used products. And I think that will kind of wrap it up. So there'll be close-ups at the end, as well as over on Instagram, where I'd love for you to follow me as well. And until I see you in the next video, take care of yourself, do something good for yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.